father found out I was thugging, do you believe me when I tell you you the one I'm loving? Are you mad cause I'm asking you 21 questions? Are you my soulmate? Cause if so, girl, you a blessing. Do you trust me enough to tell me your dreams? I'm staring at you trying to figure how you got in them jeans. If I was down, would you say things to make me smile? I treat you how you wanna be treated, just teach me how. If I was with some other chick and someone happened to see, and when you asked me about it, I said it wasn't me, would you believe me or up and leave me? How deep is our bond if that's all it takes for you to be gone? We only humans, girl, we make mistakes to make it up, I do whatever it takes. I love you like a fat kid love cake. You know my style, I say anything to make you smile.
What's going on, my people? How y'all doing? My voice, our agenda. Welcome to another episode. First, I want to thank God for waking me up this morning. Thank you for all the blessings. Without you, I'm nothing. With you, I'm everything. Check me out. My 49ers game on right now. You know what I'm saying? We trying to make a comeback right now. We down 28-20. You know what I mean? 49ers, check me out. Check me out. Share this video. Very interesting video. Listen, my voice, our agenda. This episode about personal experience and about life in general. You're nobody's tree until the fruits show up. You're nobody's tree until the fruits show up. What does that mean? That's a metaphor, right? It's a metaphor. It's a cool metaphor. But it's like a modern interpretation of a biblical proverb. The metaphor. We use it all the time. You're nobody's tree until the fruits show up. Let me give you a personal experience. We all teenagers, and you living in your own skin. You're living in your own skin, and you're proud of who you are. And when I was in high school, there was this young lady that I liked. Beautiful. I think she was mixed between Hispanic and black. My dad was black, so I'm gonna call her Black Girl. And beautiful. She played on a volleyball team. Thick, young, beautiful, vibrant. Everybody wanted her. She was a cheerleader too. And I always stayed back in the cut because I was a confident dude. You know what I'm saying? And she very popular girl. I'm not gonna say her name. I know her name vividly. And I figured, I had all the girls. I was popular. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted that particular one. I took my shot one day after basketball practice. She was on the bleachers. I went up there she was with all her girls. I just took my shot. She knew who I was. I knew who she was. How you doing? We had a little conversation, blah, blah, blah. But she liked, this other guy. I found out, later on that she liked this other guy. That was fine. It was fine. So, one of her friends came to me one day and was like, I know you like my friend and all of that, but, she said, you're not her type. I'm like, hey, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You can't win them all. So she didn't tell me that, but her friend told me that. Whatever. I was a freshman. I think I was a freshman at that time. and she was a sophomore. And I came from the North End, and so I wasn't, from the South End where the school was located. So, there's a lot of South End uh, people that were, students at the school. So it was more of them than us. So she grew up in that neighborhood with a guy that she liked, whatever. That was fine. I went on about my life, you know what I'm saying? But I think it was she was a senior and I became a junior, and I blown up. Like everybody know who P was. I blown up. Had a couple of fights, played sports. I was dressing sharp. You know what I'm saying? So that tree that she met didn't have a lot of fruit. But by my junior year, her senior year, I was the man. Everybody talking about me, you know. Everybody was like, yeah, P this, P that. I was always had a bunch of people around me hanging out. I was just the man, just to pat myself on the back and be cocky about it. But that tree now had fruit. Metaphorically, I was just that dude. And now she wanted me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't knock her for that. Maybe I don't know if this is a good example of that, but I'll give you more. But now she wanted me. Now that I was popular, now that I was branded as one of the dudes not to mess with, one of the dudes that would dress and fly. Everybody loves me. It is what it is. Now she wanted me, and I didn't want her. I done moved on to mess with other little girls. You know what I'm saying? Like we were teenagers. We were all teenagers. So nobody wants you when the tree ain't got fruit. But when the fruit show up, you know, they start to recognize. So in life, you know, it's about your character. It's about your worth. It's how you blossom as a human being. Um, not everyone sees your worth. Not everybody understand who you are and what you can bring to the table. Nobody understand the glory. Everybody don't see what you see. You may see some people do and some people don't. But you won't be appreciated for who you are until you develop that worthiness, that confidence. When you start to blossom in society, and that's why I say, by my actions, by the results that I produce in my life, and I'm speaking personally about me, I wasn't always who I am today. So I understood as a young man coming into being a grown adult that you are accepted by the results, which you produce, what you put in, you know what I'm saying? And life is what they see. That's what you get out of it. So I've always had a tree. You always will be a tree, metaphorically. But no one shows up until they see the fruit. Just like, and I'm not talking about me personally about this, but just like you see a guy walking down the street and they do little skits like this on TikTok and stuff like that. You see a guy walking down the street, you see a nice young lady, hey, how you doing? Oh, I don't want to be bothered with you. And then he'll go walk to this, Mercedes Benz or a Ferrari or a Bentley or something. He'll start getting, then she'll turn around and she'll be like, what's your name? Be like, wait a minute. 2 seconds ago, you ain't want nothing to be with me. You ain't want no part of me. You thought you were too good, but now I'm getting into a rich man car, a pricey car. Now you want to holler. That's them gold diggers, right? That's the chick that's always about material things. When I was just a tree trying to holler at you, I was nothing. But now I was about to jump into that legendary fruit. Now you want to holler. You know, it's the same thing that goes across life. People will not accept you for who you are, but for what you have and for what you can do for them. That's the reality of life. However you twist it, turn it, you're nothing. You can be the greatest woman on earth. You can be the greatest man on earth. You can be an activist in the community. You can give back to the community. You can be a great father. You can be a great mother. You know what I'm saying? You can be everything that you could be to that other person. But if you can't give them nothing monetarily, if you can't do nothing for them, you're just a tree. You're just a tree. Hold on, let me check out my game. Let's see who won it here. Damn, they done scored again. We're in trouble, man. 35-20. My 49ers got to do better, man. We got to do better. Like I said, you know, it's the way society is. You're going to be judged based off your behavior and your accomplishments. You know, every tree is known by its fruit. Every tree is known by its fruit. You know, it's no different. Just like a tree is known by its fruit, a person is known by their results. I'm going to say that one more time. Just like a tree is known by its fruit, a person will be known by their results. What exactly does that mean? That can apply to the productivity in your life, the character that you have, where you live at, what kind of car you drive, how you carry yourself as a human being, how much respect you got. You will be a fruit to anyone if that's all they want from you. But you will be a tree and you will be a nobody to them. See, my thing is, I can have a whole lot of fruit. I may not produce that to you at the beginning. I can have 250,000 in my bank account. I can be sitting on a Lamborghini outside. I can have $100,000 jewelry on my neck. I can have a watch, $80,000. Material things, big ass house in a suburb, white picket fence, vacation home in DR or Jamaica somewhere. But if I don't let you see all of that, and I don't let you know what I'm worth monetarily, what are you going to judge me by? If I come to you, and I'm not talking about women, I'm talking about anybody. If I want to be a part of your circle because you're doing great things in the community, and I want to join your activist group, but your leadership is based off of material things. If you meet a guy and all he wants is a female that got bread, very rare, And you got bread. You got money. But if you don't let him know that, because you want him to see you for who you are, not for what you have. You want to be that normal tree without him knowing the fruits that you have, to see how he's going to respond. Is he going to respect you? Is he going to honor you? Is he going to accept you for who you are? That's how you know it's genuine. A lot of people don't want to be around people because they don't dress in designer clothes. They don't do certain things. That's what we're dealing with today. I accept people for who they are, not for what they have. Share this video. Subscribe. Like. Comment. My voice, our agenda. I want you to be the tree before you show your fruit. That's how you'll have genuine people around you. People will respect you more for not what you have, but for the character, how you carry yourself, the respect that you have for yourself. You're nobody's tree until your fruit show up. I promise you. My voice, our agenda. Integrity is everything. Either you have it or you don't. Death is guaranteed. A lot of people die, but a lot of people don't live. Always remember that. My voice, our agenda. I want y'all to continue to have a blessed weekend. God bless.